This is the gentleman from Illinois, Mr. Quigley, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, a few weeks ago, the President tweeted the word COVFEFE. We still don't know what it means, why the President tweeted it, or if it was simply an innocent typo, something we're all guilty of making. But what's more important than the creation of a random, now infamous word in a tweet is that the President deleted the post less than 12 hours later. This is just one of 18 tweets the President has deleted since his inauguration, and each time the question is whether or not he can legally do that. Because when the President deletes a tweet, it is equivalent to him destroying a record. That's why I've introduced the COVFEFE Act, Communications over Various Feeds Electronically for Engagement. It is a silly name, but a serious issue. By expanding the Presidential Records Act to include social media, it would ensure that all tweets posted by the President from his personal account are archived and preserved, and would finally answer the question on whether or not the President can delete tweets. Although the bill name is a little tongue-in-cheek, the focus of the legislation is more important now than ever. If the President is going to make take social media to make sudden public policy proclamations, we must ensure that these statements are documented and preserved for future reference. And as Sean Spicer has said, each @RealDonaldTrump tweet should be taken as an official White House statement. Tweets are powerful, and the President must be held accountable for every post, from commenting on NATO to the Paris Agreement to his Muslim travel ban and his response to the devastating terror attack in London. And on Monday, we learned that the appellate court cited the President's tweet in ruling against the travel ban. The President's frequent, unfiltered use of his personal Twitter account as a means of official communication is unprecedented, and we must respond accordingly. Sometimes it takes a creative acronym to drive attention to a much larger issue. This is the second bill I've introduced this Congress to address the lack of transparency in the administration. Back in March, I introduced the aptly named Mar-a-Lago Act to require the White House visitor logs or visitor logs from any other location where the President conducts official business to be made public to the American people. Unlike the Obama administration, the administration stated they are unwilling to do so. For these reasons, it is critical that we push common-sense policy that promotes government accountability and transparency. Because in order to maintain public trust in government, elected officials must answer for what they do and say. That includes 140-character tweets and records of who has the President's ear at the White House, Trump Tower, or at his southern Florida home. If regaining the public's trust is the first step, then taking action to maintain that trust for the long term is the next. Standalone transparency legislation is absolutely necessary, but it is not enough. We must stop treating transparency and accountability as peripheral issues and proactively incorporate them into everything we do. Going forward, I will continue to promote efforts to increase public access to the federal government and ensure that all elected officials are being held accountable for their words and their actions. Thank you, and I yield back.